Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to my handle. Come on in. I'm going to be giving you messages for April 2026. Come on in. I've already called in everybody's angels and ancestors and spirit team, so please just know it. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit during this reading. Just don't force it, right? All right, crushed. You're hurting emotionally. You need time to heal before you jump in again. Something that you went through was very painful, or something, or is painful. Somebody is. Somebody was crushed emotionally. Emotionally, it can be very draining. All right, show me. I got a few. Childish. Somebody has to be the adult in the room. Maybe the terms should be grow up or get out. Yeah, that's in your present. Hoity-toity. Champagne taste, beer budget, arrogant, and pretentious. Somebody's grandiose behavior, the narcissistic behavior. Grandiose, everything devilish. Trouble follows them around. Tempting and addictive charm. Something about that devilish energy. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Something's tempting. Trouble follows this person. This person, they're not listening to their intuition. Well, their intuition is blocked. Exit plan. Somebody wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. Be prepared for sudden changes. Exit stage right. Somebody wants to get out of something. Yeah, you're crushed. You think they're I feel like you know that this is childish behavior, right? They're acting somebody could be spending a little too much money right now, maybe. Champagne taste, beer budget. Somebody, yeah, narcissistic behaviors all the way around. That's what I'm getting there. Honestly. All right, we're going to get some more here. Whoops. Pressure, transformation, crushed. The pressure is on. Somebody, I do feel like somebody's stuffing something, like stuffing it down, like they don't want to admit it or see it or whatever. That transformation, though, is like a volcano. You keep stuffing it and it's gonna come out, right? The pressure's on, right? Somebody's hurting about this. However, somebody needs to heal or heal more. Or what? Marine life. A lot of fish in the sea. Look at for you singles out there. Marine life and richness is the vastness of everything. Okay, these children, they need to grow up in a big way. Take responsibilities, maybe. Who's the kingfish, right? Who's the kingfish? The shark. Are you the kingfish, Virgo? Somebody's hoity-toity. Champagne taste, beer budget, the soul, passion. Somebody's passion could be helping people too. Something about that eye, the third eye, maybe. Your intuition. Very sad situation. Look, it looks like it's crying, right? Waterfalls, even. But the transformation under pressure. Look, the waterfall on the bottom, the transformation on top of that eye. Yeah. And then we have transformation right there. So that's what's crowning you. You're dealing with something. dealing with something here. Something pretty big. Transformational big. Hold on. Show me. I need a couple more here. Somebody's living their life with purpose, and that's what it's all about. I know that. Okay, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. This devilish behavior, discipline, and time. I feel like they're procrastinating. And time is now, but I feel like they're putting it off, making excuses. Something about that. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Huh. Exit plan. Somebody wants out. They're making excuses. They want to get out of something. Yeah, they don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to take accountability. Darkness and moon. Yeah, exit plan. They want to escape the deception that they've caused, or whatever this is, whatever was hiding in secret, whatever. This is number 7. It is a very divine number. Somebody wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. Be prepared for sudden changes. Somebody might go into hiding. Oh boy. If somebody's dealing with the police, you know, how many people don't get found? Not many. You know, I don't know. I feel like somebody, it could be fearful as well. You know, somebody has some fears of taking the accountability maybe, or something. All right, whatever that is. I'm going to give you some of these now. Paranoid. Yeah, somebody insecure, guarded, something about the transformation. Somebody's paranoid. Somebody's paranoid they're going to get caught, or that they are caught, and they're hiding. Or they want to go hide, or something. They're not, the moon is not exactly the sun, right? So it's like they don't want to come into their own truths, illuminations, family, blood ties, inner circle. Somebody in the family is being very childish. It's all about the family. Distance, divorced, ghosted, and separated. Somebody ghosted this narcissistic behavior, or somebody wants to, something like that. And then we have passion right over it. Somebody's living with passion. Somebody sees this person and knows that they're trying to make an escape, or not showing up, or whatever. Self-reflection, answered questions, and untapped talents. So you may be coming into an epiphany, or maybe these devilish energies need an epiphany, you know, a wake-up call here. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Yeah, the time is ticking. The time is now. I got 2. I wasn't going to take 2 more, but I will. Why not? They gave them to, 3. They're taking a chance. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Some of these people are addicted to, you know, could be drugs, right? Possibly. Blocked, moved on, nothing to say, stopped calling. Stop calling. Something about this. They're going to run away, and I don't think they're going to want to talk. You know, they're burning bridges all over the place. Look, burn bridges, disloyal, distrust. You can't trust them. Turned back on with the moved on, stop calling, nothing to say. Are they turning their back on you? And they're even hiding because they're paranoid. I don't think it's personal, or whatever that is. All right, we're going to take all those cards there. All right, we're going to get a little bit more of the vibe, and then we'll get into my tarot. You know that you can't trust them, or whatever. Oh boy. Yeah, somebody wants to ghost this and run away and hide. They're making plans, or somebody is. They're very insecure. They're being very childish, or something. Somebody needs to be the adult in the room. That's what it says. Show me what I need to see. Dirty deeds. Somebody did somebody dirty or something. It's the dirty deeds they've done. The pressure's on. Transformation. They're paranoid. You're crushed. You know? They're very insincere too. They're not sincere. They don't mean what they say. Yeah, they're very off balance. I feel like a lot of these people's root chakra is blocked. They may need to do some serious meditating, if they even would. Narcissists would never do self-help, self-care stuff because they don't want to take accountability and responsibility. Why would they, if they say they are, and they may even actually put a little bit of effort into it, but, backfire, childish behaviors, family, blood ties, the shit is deep. The marine life, it's deep. There's a lot to this story here. And a lot of excuses here too. A lot of, maybe are they like bailing ship and trying to leave somebody else with the guilt, and I'm not sure how that's going to be with you, but something's a backfire. Grow up or get out. That's what it says. Grow up or get out. Maybe this person did get out. Somebody out there. Not sure how that's going to be with you, actually. Now that I think of it. Diva. Somebody thinks they're a diva. Male or female. Guys can be divas too. Yeah. Somebody thinks they're something else. This hoity-toity. Yeah. Diva. And somebody's living with passion. Maybe that person's a diva too. I don't know how it's going to be. You can flip and flop that one. Keeping your distance, or they're going to keep their distance. Something about that. Show me 2 more cards, please. We can move on. Yeah, time is ticking. Something about being disciplined and staying disciplined, and, all right, create your heaven. Yeah, create your heaven, Virgo. Make your heaven around you right now. So that's what you attract in the end, right? It's universal law. If you want to be in the happy place in your own heaven, in the end, then you need to bring it in now, right? It's like the universal law of attraction. So hope, fear, change, and homework, these devilish behaviors, taking all these chances, living in the fast lane, possible addictions. They may be lying there, because usually when there's addictions, there's a lot of lies. You don't want to take accountability. It's always somebody else, or something like that. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, somebody's wearing a mask. They'll be nice. They'll be nice to you, but the deception is real. I'm sorry to say, Virgo. Somebody's making plans, Sudden changes are coming. I don't know if that's the exit plan, sudden change, or how that's going to be, but you can figure that part out. I'm going to use my Herb Crafter's Tarot deck today. It's a nice springy deck for everybody. All right, show me what I need to see. I do. I feel like you're really crushed about this. Whatever this is weighing heavy on you. 3 of fire. Yep, 3 of fire down. Yeah, dirty deeds. Yeah, these it's not going to work out in the future, whatever this is. It's like this garden's dried up, you know. They did dirty. Somebody's paranoid. They need to face it. And I feel like it's not even, whatever this is, it can't be that bad. I don't care what it is on this planet and these days, they have got to face it, right? Five of water, the star reversed. Yeah, there's no hope here with this shit, this narcissistic behaviors, right? I don't like it. The star reversed, I don't like it. Diva right over this. Somebody ghosted this hoity-toity, champagne taste, beer budget, grandiose narcissist. And then something about the passion and soul. I feel like somebody lives with meaning. They're living on their spiritual path, right? All right, five of water, backfire, very disappointing, very guarded around this family. People are very childish, immature, and very petty. They have to, they need to grow up and take responsibility. This very much could be grieving as well for someone, or something like that. I don't have the death card out here, but I do feel that energy. So I'm going to say it, create your heaven, Virgo, right? Here's lavender for you to keep calm and peaceful, trying to keep the peace and heal after all that pain and strife. Look at the, sickle or what, create your heaven, hope for your challenge and homework. These devilish behaviors, living on the fast lane, unfortunately, you can't change somebody. They've got to want to, and that's the truth, power hungry, abuse of power. Maybe they're afraid of the power. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Let me see what these say. Oh yeah, blocked. Yeah, this could be abuse of power. Exit plan. Burning bridges everywhere they go. Some of these people, they burned their bridge. They need to be real and face their shadow, whatever that moon card is. Wish fulfillment. Here, I should have kept them, but I don't know how many it was now. Somebody did dirty. Somebody did somebody dirty. And you're wishing that they would just transform. This is a nice card. Nine of water. The peach blossom tree is beautiful in the spring. They're coming. Two of air. Yeah, you're not really sure what to do. Just make your boundaries, Virgo, with this family member, whoever it is to you. The chicory is, if you know what chicory is, when you walk in a field, this is really long and it gets all tangled in your feet and you can't really walk and it makes it hard and it's kind of a pain in the butt, So there could be something about that, backfire. Somebody's like causing distractions or excuses. And it's going to be a backfire, whatever it is for them, or maybe that's what you're afraid of. There's a lot of fears here in this reading. It could be in both ways. The Wheel of Fortune down. Create your own heaven. Yeah, this is about bad karma. This is about having hardships. Living on the edge and dealing with what you've put out. These devilish behaviors, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. I feel like this. They don't. And you know, if you're the mom or pop here in the story and these are kids, it's like I don't feel like they're going to listen to you. So like I said, you can't change them. They have to want to, right? It's free will. Somebody's a diva here, however. This diva is paranoid. And you could be the diva, right? Are you paranoid? What are you paranoid of? You know, the world down. Unless you've done wrong, right? Because who else would be paranoid? Except the guilty, you know? We got the Wheel of Fortune down. Now we got the world down. And that is some big energy right there with this karma. And this is about, you know, closure. But there is none here, wolf in sheep's clothing. They don't want, somebody doesn't want this to end, or they don't want to face it. They don't want to face the authoritative figure or whatever that is. They're facing their karma. I'm not sure how that's going to play out with you, but stop calling, nothing to say, and blocked is over that. All right. Show me, I need a bunch. Two more, please. Okay. 9 of fire down. 8 of water down. Oh, and it did give me an extra under there all after all that. The moon again, ding, 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 ding. 9 of earth down. The magician down. Adelita of earth. It's all about the kiddos. These kiddos that have a little piss and vinegar under their belt. Somebody's a diva here. Somebody's keeping their distance. Somebody ghosted a situation. More than likely this narcissist. This hoity-toity, pretentious kind of energy. Somebody freed themselves with the dirty deeds done. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody wants to free themselves. They want to go and hide. They don't want to take accountability. They're being childish. That's the way it is. Damn. Well, they're going to be dealing with the storms. No wonder they're dealing with hardships. They need to grow the F up. You know? You're not sure what to do. It's not up to you. See? You can only do so much. Especially if these people are adults. Because if they're kids, you might have a little bit more authority over them. But even that is, you know, they gotta want to. You know? The moon again. Ding, ding, ding. The deception, the cunning, the hiding, the fears, secrets and lies, turmoil. You know? You don't want this. I know you don't, Virgo. 9 of earth down. Somebody could be on their own in poverty or very, very lack-minded, you know, like poverty-minded, something like that. Somebody needs to create their own heaven. Just do it, Virgo. Whatever you're happy and thankful and grateful for right now, thrive on that. Bring in a few other little things here and there that you can love and thrive on as well, and create your heaven. Start now. You know, this shit is black magic. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Some people are the way they are. You cannot change them. I'm sorry to say, they're crafting crap. Yeah, and then here you are trying to make something tangible out of it, you know, trying to take opportunities and find a way maybe to make money. Or maybe this person is trying to find a way to make money. Who knows? But they've burned some bridges here. You can't trust them. Somebody's back is turned here, right? Could be yours. Ace of Air, big fat liars. Yep. Reversed. Yeah. They don't want to face the truth. They don't want to, it hurts. It hurts. It's like, I feel like a lot of you are, really scared for these kids. You really want them to do well. And unfortunately, that's not always the way it happens. In fact, it's rare these days. I think everybody's going through it, man. And we just had the new year. Happy New Year, by the way. It's not New Year's that we think on January 1st. It's the solstice. It's the Chinese zodiac thing, the fire horse year. Happy fire horse. Buckle up. This is going to be a crazy ride this year, 2026. It already is. The Epstein files and all that, The sun. That's good for you. I like it. But it is illumination, Very, again, the child here. Very childlike behavior. This is growth and expansion, right? Dirty deeds, the illumination. See, the sun is growth and expansion, but then the Three of Wands normally is, but it's not here. So the illumination of the crap that they planted and all the dirty deeds, it's all, people are paranoid. They're scared. They deserve it. They know it. They're not going to take accountability. They're going to be those spoiled, rotten little brat kind of kids, narcissistic thing, energy, and go run and hide. Because that's what narcissists do. They play victim. They feel entitled. Ugh. God, once you see, you can't unsee. I'll tell you that. Oh, yeah. Judgment. Backfire. Family. Yeah. This family that did dirty deeds. It's very disappointing. This is the awakening card, though, however. See, the angel is blowing the horn, and people are waking up to the truth. These people are not woke. They're under judgment. Somebody could be calling judgment or something of the kind. Maybe you're judging the situation. Well, there's a lot of judgy people in this family is what I'm feeling. So however that is, we have 6 pentacles down. Not putting into this, no gifts received, given, or, there's nothing there. Diva. People are keeping their distance, right? Somebody ghosted this hoity-toity, narcissistic person. Some of these people, Virgo, are not who you think they are. Wolf in sheep's clothing. One of the hardest lessons I ever had to do in life, or ever had to learn in life, I've said this before, I don't know if I said it on your channel or your video or not, but my hardest lesson is to believe what I see in front of me the first time, because I didn't want to see these narcissistic qualities in the people that I saw them in. And that was hard to take, It was brutal what I went through. It was. And I don't want you guys to go through that. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to either prevent it or help you or, I'm not really sure, but just to know you're not alone. Show me. I need a bunch. What about this Four of Swords? Giving it a rest. Staying calm through the situation, staying balanced. Ace of Cups. Fill your own cup. You do love this person or something, but it's about filling your own cup. There's a new beginning here. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. You're hoping to heal. You're hoping for a new beginning. Right? In a big way. Create your own heaven. Start now. I don't know. Did I tell you? Was it your I think it was you guys. I just said that, you know, my bed, I have my fluffiest comforters, my fluffiest pillows, and I'll add 10 more pillows. I will never have enough. You know, I'll do what I have to make myself comfortable, you know, and happy in the moment, because life right now is extremely tough for like everybody, you know, going through stuff. Yeah. This wolf in sheep's clothing. Look at how many times that person was stabbed in the back. Total ruin. Rock bottom. The end. It's over. And it's painful. More than likely. This ending is painful. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Somebody's blocked. Are they blocking you, or are you blocking them? You know, it might be better if it was you blocking them, because they are the devilish energy. See? Some of these people aren't who you thought they were. All right. 3 of Wands down again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, we know nothing's growing out of that garden. Oh, I feel like they poisoned that soil, man. There's nothing growing in that garden ever. And that's wish fulfillment right there. It's somebody's. From all these dirty deeds, damn straight. Avoiding the tower, not sure what to do. Face your own. People need to look in the mirror. Judgment's right over this, right? Something's backfiring. See, they're gonna end up paying the price harder than what it would have been if they had just owned up. You know, see how we create our own. Are they making it worse or something? Wish fulfillment again. Ding, 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 ding. Dead center in the reading. I love it, really. You're coming into some sort of wish fulfillment. Maybe you are the diva after all. Somebody is, right? This Hayas in this deck are like pages. And pages are kids. And we're all somebody's kid. Somebody's got some piss and vinegar around this family. Around this hoity-toity attitude kind of thing. Somebody's a diva here. Male or female? I remember I worked in Cleveland, and when I worked there, it was many, many, many years ago already. Probably almost 30 years. Wow, I'm going to show my age now. But anywho, I used to work on the west side of Cleveland, where it's just a very, there's a lot of gays, a lot of transvestites, and I wasn't used to that so much coming from the East Coast. And when I had gone out there and they were so fun to work with. I'll tell you what, they're a riot, you know, coming from somebody that's not, you know, and then they are so flamboyant. They are absolutely hilarious. I remember this one guy, Ed, he was Erica by night. I had no idea that he dressed up as a woman until then I saw him and I was like, wow, she's a pretty lady. Why is she all dressed up to the hilt? You know, oh, that's Erica. Don't you know Erica? And I'm like, fuck, who's Erica? It's Ed. I'm like, and then I couldn't stop seeing it. I was like, oh my God. It was so fun to work with these people. Talk about keeping me on my toes. Well, all right, that wanted to happen. So I'm going to take them. Page of Wands. somebody's proclamating and speaking their mind. Somebody needs to heed the message. There's a lot of growth on that staff right there. Yeah, however, they're looking away from the Wheel of Fortune down with the hardships and the hard karma and all of that. Yeah, they need to heal. They need to do what's right. The Empress, Temperance, 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups. You do love this person. Or what? The Empress here could be a mom figure. Yeah, the matriarch or something. Very creative. I like it, especially with the Sun. There's a lot of creativity being, and somebody could be pregnant too. Somebody could be with child out there. Anyway, so, because I have the Ace of Cups, I have the Empress, I have the Sun. Yeah. But something is very creative here. Whatever this was. These messages were very creative. Maybe that's what it is. With the Page of Wands. I'm not sure, but you can take it or leave it. Yeah. Alchemy is here. Magic is afoot. Somebody freed themselves. They were the alchemist in their own life. The magician down over here, however, crafted black magic. The illumination of all of this, the realizations of all of this, I feel is huge, because even with the Tower down, people know that on my channel, my reverse cards still carry the meaning upright. It's just denial, refusal, whatever. Yeah. Dealing with it. You care about these people that are going through it right now. And I mean going through it. Some of these people are having it hard. Not all of you, however. I feel like a lot of people, though. A lot of yous are having it hard. Yeah, the memories. The deception of the memories. You know. Could be PTSDs, CPTSDs, trauma from this hoity-toity champagne taste, beer budget, pretentious narcissist. 2 more. Ace of Swords. That's the truth. What are we on? 38. That's the truth, man. A lot of blood was spilled. There's clarity here, or we're wishing and hoping, right? Hope, fear, challenge, and homework column. Create your own heaven. Out of the lack-minded or the victim mentality or whatever that is, could be poverty. Somebody here literally could be. It wouldn't be out of the question in today's day and age. You know, some people can't even afford to feed their families right now. Right? The Magician down again. Ding, 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 ding. Wow. Wolf in sheep's clothing, they're not going to change. We got 2 of them right next to each other. Right? Yeah, time's ticking. Damn straight it is. Somebody wants out, they're not getting out. They never were. See? Because even if you don't get caught, you're still seen in the divine eye. So what are these people thinking? Hello. I don't know. King of Swords. I feel like this is some sort of an authoritative figure. Is this, I wonder, did I had time, which gave me Libra on the scales, which was court, possibly. And then here, this could be institutions. It could be jail. Oh, and look, the devil's underneath that again. Yeah, King of Wands is a black witch. There is a victory, though, however, for you here, even though it's publicly acknowledged and the embarrassment's there, or maybe you just kind of want to, it is what it is, nobody's perfect and nobody's getting out of this any easier than anybody else this lifetime. So, depending on what you sow, then that's what you reap. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to give you a Celtic tree oracle. I really like this oracle for change of the seasons, as I look out the window. Can't believe it's still light out. Kind of nice. All right, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to do the best I can. The Apr1st-Apr15th. Apr1st-Apr15th. Whatever that is, number 17. That's what it is right there. All right, don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. All right. Apr1st-Apr15th in a reading represents abundance. It's hallmark to generosity. You are encouraged to share what you have with others now. Giving is the best way to receive. It is all about sweetness. How do you create the nectar of honey in your life? Cultivate an atmospheric of light and cooperation. Work with others to create good. This is the perfect time to give gratitude for what you have and count your blessings. Be willing to stand as a light for others at this time and share your illumination. Besides the renewal promised at the spring equinox, Gorse links the inner and outer worlds. This link is the doorway through which we receive abundance and love and maintain connection with the mysteries that keep our hopes alive, no matter what trials or tribulations come our way. This bush suggests you develop the skill of collecting. You are gathering around what you need to reach your goal and destination. You are collecting. God, sorry, my cat scared me. Scratching his nails. Where the heck was I now? You are collecting what you need to reap the results. Like the magpie who is attracted to golden treasures, you too are gathering together what is valuable to aid you in your pursuits. Consider what you are creating, what you are collecting about you. Do you cultivate sweetness or distress and in drama? Or have you, I think this is written weird too, not just me talking weird or not being able to say it. If you have a goal, collect good people around you for support. The gorse ensures fertility and the renewal of life force. You are connected to vision and inspiration. It is time of new ideas and plans. Keep to the golden hue of hope and persist with faith. I like it. Be ridiculously positive. Right? Ridiculously positive. What else here? All right, I'll give you a kitchen oracle here. What are you going to be conjuring up in your kitchens this spring? These cards are so big, I can barely keep them in my hands. My cat is flipping out right now. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is. Catnip. I can't make it up. As I was just talking about my cat flipping out, who happens to be on catnip right now. Wow. And bond. That's what it means. Catnip and bond. Oh, okay. It is like an aphrodisiac to a cat. You The bond you share with another is special and your unity is strong. It is it is a relationship that you can trust in, for the pledge you have made will not be broken. Maybe it's just your pets in general, dogs, cats, turtles, who knows what. Yeah, if you are looking to secure a relationship, then allow me to draw it to you. Warm my leaves in your hand, and then hold the hand of whom you wish to befriend. Store my leaves carefully to maintain the friendship and seal the bond. For just as a cat finds me irresistible, so too will your intended if you add me as an ingredient in your love spell. Sprinkle me on the four corners of your bedroom to attract a new lover, or under the bed for a night of passion. For I am an aphrodisiac. Feline magic surrounds you when this card appears and indicates that you have a psychic bond with your familiar. As you communicate silently through your heart's center, an understanding flows between you, birthing a magical partnership. Yeah, some of you are going to be bonding with your pets. You already are, or what? They're there for a reason, right? Bond away. Bond away, peeps. Show me what I need to see. Whoa, the star. Ding, 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 ding. I love it. There is hope. This one's down. This one's up. You never give up hope, ever. You never give up your faith, right? This is also a very inspiring kind of star. It's success in all enterprises. That's what it says. I like it. Success after all this wolf in sheep's clothing, covert, narcissistic, psychopathic weirdos. Everything's a choice, peeps. And sometimes we absolutely hate what choices people make, but we can't. It's really about you and only you and God, you know? That's it. And I know family and all that comes quickly into the picture, but when it really comes down to it, it's you and God. Yeah, snakes, no shit. This devilish energy. We need to shed that skin, you know? Maybe you're the ones that are blocking the, you know, stop calling. I don't want to deal with it. I've had it, you know? You're done with the cunning, you know? Yeah. It indicates a long and happy life around the home. Somebody's happy here. 10 of hearts. I like it. It's about family. It's about family. Then I got the 5 of clubs and the 3 of spades. This is crazy luck, Virgo. I mean, we just had St. Patrick's Day, who, by the way, St. Patrick isn't even Irish. He's actually Roman. God, everything they've taught us is wrong. It's really unbelievable, you know? But when you get the pig like that, it is phenomenal luck. So you have a double whammy of phenomenal luck coming. I love it. I love it for you. And congratulations, because some of you have really been through it, right? Maybe it's just a very lucky something fortunate out of this very unfortunate situation or something like that, right? All right, I'm going to give you a couple more from my grandma from her 52 playing card deck. I got the 2 of clubs down, yeah. Change of plans. Somebody's changing their plans. Changing documents. Ooh, I just heard that. Changing documents. 7 of diamonds. This is about, you know, assessing things. Assessments. I feel like somebody's moving money around. I feel like it is about money. It's always about money. It's always about greed and petty and all that crap. 3 of diamonds down. Yeah, this teamwork is fired. These 3 clowns here or whatever, they're fired. They're not collaborating anymore. You know, or whatever that is. It was bad advice, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, and then we have the Joker. Yeah. Somebody took a risk. Somebody is taking a chance, and it's telling you to, you know, do something you've never done before, right? Somebody did. Somebody did. And you need to too. These are your messages, Virgo. There's a lot here. A lot, you know, people have done people dirty, and they need to own up. Stop hiding. You know, they're not really going to get away from, even if they are hiding and running. You know, how long are you going to run and hide? I mean, and I mean, the end result of that, you know, like, have you thought this through? Have you, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and please just be a good human. Thank you all so much for listening and watching. I hope there was a message in here somewhere for you. Maybe, hopefully, I clarified or you know, something for you. All I want to do is help. I'll see you soon, my loves. I'll see you soon.